want to address a statement that you've made on this show. Jacques Tati is comedy for people who don't like to laugh.
Yeah, that's right.
Recently, I watched the late-period Tati film, Traffic. I rarely use the term 110% correct, because Tona hates it because she's the daughter of a math professor. But I would say that you are 110% correct. There is nothing funny about that movie, and it's a comedy.
He makes elegant constructions of films. And
He is a presenter of comedy.
yes, and there are moments that I do really love of his.
Those moments are not in Traffic. You recognize that something funny is going on, but it just falls so flat. In the French movie we just watched, Weekend, the same thing. It attempted comedy, but it just laid there, you know?
I don't think Tati is bad. It's just that he's...
I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm saying that I agree with you.
And I wouldn't say it falls flat. It is kind of like the amusement is what he delivers.
Mannered.
You were writing off French comedy?
I am not. In fact, I'm expecting our viewers to take me to task for criticizing it and providing some recommendations.
All right. Well, on guard.
I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. You don't know what they are. Every episode, I'm going to spring one on you. It might be good. It might be bad. We'll watch it and talk about it. Welcome to the basement. Today, the day this recording is taking place, it is Cecil's birthday. He turned 3 today.
Happy birthday, Cecil.
Mwah. The theme for this month, appropriately, is cats and dogs. You were given the choice of a cat movie or a dog movie, and on this blessed day of Cecil's birth, you chose a dog movie.
That's how I roll.
So I have a dog movie for us to watch. I can't tell you much about this film, except that you'd better have a box of tissues close at hand, because we are watching Old Yeller.
Oh my God. How dare you? As I mentioned earlier, I have allergies today. They're coming on stronger by the minute.
Released in 1957, produced by Walt Disney, Old Yeller stars Dorothy McGuire, Little Tommy Kirk, Davy Crockett himself, Fess Parker, and Spike in the role of the titular canine. Chuck Connors is also in this.
The Rifleman.
It was based on the Newbery Award-winning novel of the same name by Fred Gibson, who also co-wrote the screenplay. Critic Jeff Walls has this to gush about the film. Old Yeller, like The Wizard of Oz and Star Wars, has come to be more than just a movie. It has become part of our culture. If you were to walk around asking random people, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who did not know the story of Old Yeller. Hey Jeff, I'm one of them. Or someone who didn't cry. We'll see if we can resist the urge to do that tonight.
I think the couch itself might cry beneath us.
Well, for your gift today, I've gotten you a little pet.
A puppy?
You don't have to feed it, you don't have to clean up after it, but you do have to walk it.
Woody Wobbler. It seems to be a marionette.
Little walking bird.
Provides entertainment for everyone from 7 to 107.
What's the first line of that?
A neat new idea.
Marionettes is a new idea?
Yes, it was a new idea in...
The 1600s?
Hello!
What's wrong, boy? There's something happening over at the old leather couch. Well, we better go over and investigate, because I get the feeling we're going to be watching Old Yeller. Have these here for when you need them.
Oh, you laugh, man. You mock this now. You'll need those yourself.
Here, Yeller, come back, Yeller, best doggone dog in the West.
A yellow dog chases a rabbit across the prettiest fields you ever done seen.
It's the 1860s. Papa needs to take his cattle in to sell them because his Confederate money is useless.
Ain't nothing to be sad about, Katie girl. Cash money is all we need to get a tight-tailed holt on the world.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, Katie.
If you got money, you give it to people for stuff. They say you can get anything for money.
Oh, that's part of the fallacy of capitalism.
There's Ma, Travis, the elder one, and Arliss, the little scamp.
Can't go on no cow drive, boy. Them Indians would scalp you for sure.
I'll help them.
The Indians won't find you here because we got one of those Wakanda-like force fields around us.
While I'm gone, you'll be the man of the house.
Whatever you do, don't get a dog. I warn you. Travis is plowing the field
When this old yellow dog comes through chasing a rabbit.
How good of a dog is this? He can't catch this one rabbit. He is the Elmer Fudd of dogs.
And he spooks the mule. Mule runs off, drags Travis, wrecks the fence. Get Yeller, go away Yeller, worst dog on the farm.
Travis vows that if he ever sees that dog again, he will kill the dog with his gun.
When I look at this kid, I see a shrunken Beau Bridges. Arliss is a little rapscallion. He likes to collect various varmints in his trouser pockets. Oh! This kid's a beastmaster.
The next morning, Travis wakes up.
Mama.
Just looking back on all my regrets.
I was just thinking about your papa.
I hope he stays away from those big city whores.
Goes outside to get the meat, and the meat is gone. It's that yellow dog. That's it. I'm killing the dog.
A dog!
This won't fit in my pocket. I want a dog. This dog could be my dog. Leave the dog alone.
He ain't an ugly yellow dog. He's a pretty yellow dog.
Yellow dog. As a northerner, I pronounce it Old Yellow.
Do some thinking on what I said about Arliss and that old yellow dog.
Write about it in your journal.
You touch a bite of this meat, and come morning I'm gonna shoot you right between the eyes.
There's way too much foreshadowing going on here. And hey, I think I'll hang the meat at dog height and see what happens.
Fine. I'm just gonna sleep out here, next to the meat. Those aren't pillows! Travis wakes up in the morning with nothing but dog murder on his mind.
But he finds out that the dog didn't touch the meat at all. He was a good dog.
Be dog.
No, I be dog, you be human.
The dog's so good he can catch a fish.
Arliss, you're all wet and muddy again.
I need to put you in a canister of rice.
Here, boy. Go and get some bread.
Well, now he's got a taste for corn. He's gonna eat all the... What?
This will be a fun thing to grab and manhandle.
Well, looks like there's gonna be one less mouth to feed. Oh, he's going full Treadwell. Who saves the day? Old Yeller.
Exit pursued by Yeller. I think this is a good dog after all. Yeller gets to climb in the bed with the boys. Oh, it's a good day to have a dog. A great bearded oaf stops by the farm.
Hello, Mr. Sissy.
Slide down, child.
Mr. Sissy? Is his name Mr. Sissy? Mr. Sissy? He also has his daughter Elizabeth with him.
He is one of the menfolk who's been left behind because all the other guys have gone off on the cattle drive. Wondering if you're missing the touch of a man.
He's hanging around chewing the fat.
Well, I ain't complaining, though. I was chose for this job, and I'll get her done.
Larry the telegraph guy.
Begging me to stay behind and look out after you.
Big of me? Oh, big of me.
And he wangles his way into a free dinner. Oh, Mr. Sissy, will you never change? He talks about all these thefts that have been happening. People's bread is being stolen off their windowsill. Eggs are being stolen out of egg containers. And nobody knows who is doing it. But Elizabeth knows because she saw this big yellow dog stealing all the food. We'll keep it our little secret. Elizabeth is a little sweet on Travis. You got any old clothes or shoes that I can eat? Because I've eaten all the food.
We'll be looking in on you again before you know it.
Through your windows, late at night, when you're undressing. Chores on the farm never stop because one of the cows has wandered off and probably had a calf. So now Travis and Yeller got to go get the cow.
The cow is a little territorial about the calf. Luckily, old Yeller's around to cow the cow. Killer! We have a replacement cow. She just made one with her uterus. Or her mooterus. Because she's a cow.
Yeah, you don't have to explain that to me.
No, it was, like, in case you thought I meant like the Greek letter moo.
They bring the cow and the calf back to town. Not to town, to the farm. They tie up old Rose and they're going to milk her. But she's belligerent. Yeller steps in.
And Yeller stares him down. Her down. Cows are hers. Stares her down.
Boy, that Yeller is full of surprises. Mr. Sanderson stops by.
Morning, ma'am.
I'm here to sponge a meal off of you. His dog is missing. His yellow dog. They know they got to give the dog back. It's the right thing to do.
What do you want? What's the matter?
Yeller's happy to see his old master. So long, suckers.
You can't take my dog!
I hate to take a dog away from a boy who loves it.
What you got in that pocket?
various vermin.
Now, if you could talk your mama into feeding me one big woman-cooked meal...
He's there to sponge a meal.
Yeah. He never owned a dog in his life.
And you give me that toad you have in your pocket, because I like it, then I'll give you the dog.
He's all yours, boy.
Unless he follows me, then I get the dog and the meal and the horned toad.
What about my toad?
You want your toad? This meal sure is woman-cooked. It's time for some man talk with Travis.
There's a plague of hydrophobia in these parts.
The hydrophobia.
That's what they used to call rabies.
You can't hardly tell at first. Not until they get to the point of slobbering and staggering around.
Why, that's Mr. Sissy every Friday night. If you see any animals acting strange, you gotta shoot them so it doesn't spread. And look out for that dog, because dogs can get hydrophobia too. There is a pig maneuver that happens, a gang of pigs that need to be interfered with, but everything goes wrong.
Travis is taken off his branch and he's attacked by the pigs.
Yeller is hurt really badly. Travis walls him up in a cave, says, "I'll be back."
He goes home, Mama patches him up.
They come back.
They find old Yeller and he's beset. Ooh, vultures.
There's vultures everywhere. Vultures, vultures, vultures.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I'll have to sew him up. Go jerk me a hair out old Jumper's tail.
Jerk me a hair out of old Jumper's tail sounds like a Bob Dylan lyric. It would definitely be from the Basement Tapes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Take your axe and go cut 2 long poles.
Take your axe. Watch yourself. Take your axe. Show me what you got.
It looks like he's gonna be alright. Mr. Sissy shows up again with Elizabeth. Just in time for food, no doubt.
Tain't nothing better than a prickly pair of poles.
There's nothing better than a prickly pair of poultice.
Elizabeth has a little surprise. A puppy, who Yeller is the father of. She wants to give that puppy to Travis.
He don't holler when you hold him up by the neck hide.
Ew, what a little creep.
I don't need that dog. I have old Yeller.
Give the dog to Arliss. Little Elizabeth's heart is broken. All she wants is for him to like her.
On his way out, Mr. Sissy says, your dog and your son might have rabies.
What do you mean telling an ugly story like that to a boy who's just been hog cut?
Mr. Sissy, get back to your silk handkerchiefs and fine lace sleeves. Leave us alone.
Since you're a man down on the farm, I'm going to leave Elizabeth with you.
Elizabeth's nothing but a little girl.
A stupid little girl. Travis gets better, but the cow Rose does not.
The cow's got hydrophobia.
Hydrophobia?
And she is shot. Mom and Elizabeth go out to burn the body, because that's what you got to do with an animal that's got hydrophobia.
Elizabeth and Mom are out by the fire, making it higher, and a wolf shows up. Old Yeller fends off the wolf.
But the wolf has bitten Yeller, and it's pretty clear that that wolf has gone mad with the sickness.
Hydrophobia.
We're going to put him in the corn crib and keep an eye on him, and if he starts acting crazy, then I'll deal with it. Yeller's in that corn crib for Yeller is in that corn crib for nigh on a month.
He's fine. Old Yeller can't get rabies.
Until he does. He starts growling and spitting.
What's the matter, boy?
Hydrophobia. Travis knows what needs to be done, but he just can't do it. He keeps it a secret.
Mom, call Atticus Finch. He's the only man who can do this job.
Little dopey Arliss is going on and on about why does the dog have to stay in the closet. Come on, let's let the dog out. No, Arliss, go to bed. But Arliss takes matters into his own hands. He goes out to that corn crib, and he's going to open it up, oblivious of the growling, snapping dog inside. My mama senses tingling.
He's just about to open up the gate of the corn crib. Mom slams the door shut.
Travis, you know what you got to do. Buddy, you're killing me.
Mama says, give me the gun. And he says, no, I got to be doing this. Now I'm feeling a little choked up.
Travis takes the gun, and with tears in his eyes, he shoots Yeller. The next day, Papa returns. What's been happening? Anything significant? He's got money now, and presents for the family.
Just hold your potatoes while I go fish them up.
But no present will cheer up Travis as he buries his beloved dog.
I guess he should have taken me up on that offer of the little dog. But it's Arliss's now. Are you going to take this one too from Arliss?
Dad has found out what Travis has done. Son, I brought you a pet bird. His name is Woody Wobbler. And he's guaranteed not to get the hydrophobia. They have a father-son chat. He tells him how proud he is of him.
Your mom was fixing supper when I left the house. Might hurt her feelings if we're not there on time to eat it.
And Mr. Sissy can smell a cooking supper from one county away, so he'll be here shortly.
We gotta eat now before he gets here. I'm glad you had your first blood, boy, because Mr. Sissy's coming back, and he will not be stopped.
Travis looks at that pup, says, yeah, you'll do. We better start training this dog how to do stuff. Yeller stuff.
And little young Yeller goes off and chases a rabbit, just like the old man.
Best doggone dog in the West.
Wait, this just in. We found a better dog in the West than Yeller.
Rin Tin, what?
We just watched the best doggone dog in the West, Old Yeller.
That's right. And we beat the movie. I did, at least.
Oh yeah, I didn't even come close.
We all know what's going to happen.
The parts of the movie that moved me more were the things I didn't know. When Yeller was injured, he's getting the dog to crawl into the cave. That was very heart-wrenching.
I have to admit that I was a little bit moved by Fess Parker just saying, I'm proud of you, son, which always kind of gets me.
What makes it extra sad, I think, is because the friendship between Travis and Yeller is hard-won.
Yes.
And those friendships tend to be stronger. And so it's more heartbreaking when they're torn apart.
Who was Travis's other friend? He had a cordial relationship with Elizabeth. He had a little brother who got on his nerves. And so Old Yeller was the first time that someone came into this frontier boy's life. You and me, we're pals.
There's also the shock of the loyal dog who continually puts his life on the line to protect this boy, now has lost his mind.
Yeah.
And he's now a danger to the boy. So
yes.
All of these things, tug at the heartstrings.
And it's not like we weren't moved by it. It's just that we were inured to it. We've seen countless other Old Yellers in our lifetime. In every zombie movie, there is that Old Yeller moment where someone has to kill the most important person in their life.
Another reason why the ending breaks your heart so much is because that dog is one hell of an actor.
That dog. Lots of good acting in this movie. The dog wins. When I was young and I saw this movie for the first time, it seemed like that scene was half the movie. It took him so long, and I just remember the cocking of the gun. Watching it this time, it seemed rushed, but my first viewing of it, it's the weight of it stretched out time for me.
Shooting those scenes with those animals, that's got to be really difficult.
Most of the actors in this movie are animals. There's, 7 humans?
And I'm not sure if Mr. Sissy, I'm not sure whether he's animal or human. It's hard to tell. This movie does fall prey to the old Lassie trope of the dog basically having human intelligence and being able to follow human instructions exactly. It's there because it works, but it's a little annoying.
This is what we're gonna do, boy. You're gonna run defense. You're just gonna get them all in a corner. Me, I'm gonna be above. I'm gonna have this rope. You're familiar with ropes, right? This is just basic twine. It's not anything fancy. It's not silk.
My whole life, I had heard the title Old Yeller. Mm-hmm. It only occurred to me within the last few years that Yeller meant yellow. I thought he was just a loud barking dog.
Hey! I'm a dog!
Right.
It's a rough life living out on the frontier. You need strong women. Dad might be gone for a long time. It's a solitary life. You're constantly working. There's a scene early on where Travis comes back from one chore and he's like, oh, that's happened now? Okay, I'll saddle up. That's what a man says. Or, an adult says. Do you think kids would still go for this movie?
Yeah.
It does have a lot of incident packed into 82 minutes. There's bear baiting and bull baiting, so it would be very popular in Elizabethan London.
Mr. Sissy. That must have been an accent thing going on. His name must have been Mr. Cersei or something.
But Mr. Sissy is putting across a certain amount of expositional information.
Let's just wrap it up then.
Let's put this dog down.
Oh.
Let's shoot this dog in the head.
We just saw Old Yeller, me, for the very first time in my long life. And if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Here, seen it. Come back, seen it.
King of the Wild Frontier. It's the same song. They only had one song for live-action Disney movies.
On Seen It Tonight, we take a little trip to the cinema and talk about movies we've seen at the theater.
Lonely Wolf writes, have you guys seen Gran Torino? A great movie that, if you have seen, I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Seen it.
Seen it.
You think it's a great movie, so you don't want to hear my thoughts on it.
I do.
I hated it! It glorifies a certain old-fashioned racism and sexism, which I can't stand to begin with. I've known a lot of Hmong people because I grew up in the Midwest. There's at least one of those people that I know who can act. Unlike all the people they cast in that movie. Maybe the best shot ever in a Clint Eastwood movie. It's a scene where he comes in on the feast at the Hmong people's house, and he's looking around, and you can tell from the shot, this is what I miss from the world. This type of community. And then he went upstairs to the bathroom and just washing his face and looks in the mirror. This is exactly what I'm missing from the world. You told us with this shot before, director. You didn't have to tell us, actor.
The acting is bad, the racism is bad, and the worst part about it is that you're supposed to just forgive the racism because he has a good heart.
Yeah.
Someone can have a good heart, but their behavior is still reprehensible.
But I'm glad you liked the movie. My mom liked it too.
Tipsy Sprinkles writes, have y'all seen Mystery Men? Seen it.
Seen it.
This movie's kind of the slacker Watchmen. I don't know. Did you like it?
No.
Yeah. A lot of it's kind of lazy. It's just sort of like, oh, well, Paul Rubens is the farting guy.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
I like all of the ideas of the movie. The shoveler, the invisible boy, the bowler. It's just the execution of it.
Bill Macy's character, the shoveler, he has a black wife.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that. This is the...
99.
Wow, this is a mixed-race couple in a movie that's not about mixed-race couples.
Yeah.
It's just a normal thing.
Michael Wyatt writes, 4 weddings and a funeral? Seen it.
Seen it in the theater. This is a sweet little movie. I'm not a fan of Andie MacDowell, but I really did like this. And it has instilled in me a lifelong fear of giving toasts at weddings.
You gave a toast at my wedding.
I know. But it was not a funny toast.
No, it wasn't.
When you give the funny toast, you're really stepping out on a limb, because you want to be Hugh Grant, but you might be that other guy.
Yes. You know, the key to making the funny toast is don't try to be funny. Ian McKellen has stated that Simon Cowell's character is more important to homosexuality on film than Tom Hanks in Philadelphia, because he's not a martyr. He's just a man that you want to hang out with.
Oh, that's a gay couple, and they're just a couple.
Yeah.
They're not gay.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gay.
Yeah.
They're just two guys who live with each other.
And that you want to hang out with. I want to go to all these weddings because they'll be there, except for the 4th one. I'm not a big Andie MacDowell hater. I think she's a fine actress.
I don't hate Andie MacDowell. I think she's very charming, and she knows it. Brandon Smith writes, you guys ever see the 1981 movie Caveman starring Ringo Starr, Shelley Long, and Dennis Quaid? Seen it at the theater.
Seen it on cable a lot, like every single day of 1983, I think.
This movie is a delight. You will laugh yourself silly while watching Ringo Starr's Chaplin-esque attempts to rape a sleeping woman.
You brought this up last time.
We have talked about this movie on the show before, but we're talking about it again.
There are charming aspects of this movie. The scene where they invent music around the campfire is brilliant comedy and a beautiful musical interlude in the middle of a movie.
It's nice to get a break from all of the bodily fluids and gases and
stepping in dinosaur poop.
Various things like that,
Yes.
Trot on over to our website, welcometothebasementshow.com, where you can fetch some entertainment. There's all of our episodes there, and there's PayPal donation buttons. You can make a one-time or rolling rolling monthly donation to support this show.
Anyone do that recently? Somebody must have, or you wouldn't have brought it up.
Mary, who says, Craig knows me as Kieran.
I do.
I don't know what that means, and you can tell me later.
Her name's Mary Kieran.
She says, you entertain me and my husband on Friday nights.
She's talking about the show. I don't just stop by.
And then there's Paceman90 who says, I just found out that my wife is pregnant.
Hey!
Congratulations!
Congratulations and good luck.
And he says, P.S. Aviator is Scorsese's greatest film. I'm a Goodfellas man myself, but Aviator is quite good. To find out who the rest of our donors are and to see the contents of our mailbag, you need to watch our unboxing show. That comes out this coming Friday. We've got fun, surprises, conversation. It's a very different show from this one.
Except the same setting, same 2 guys.
Same clothes.
Same clothes. We'll show clips from the movie, maybe.
Our hearts have been touched. Our eyes have been moistened, kind of, by Old Yeller.
Lots of different parts of our bodies have had reactions.
Okay, well, we'll see you next time, and now watch this.
Matt, do you have an idea for the,
Picture.